Hey everyone, I'm so excited today because I managed to get a hold of this. My very first Destiny Mega Bloks set. I absolutely love Destiny, and ever since these were first announced I've been dying to get my hands on some. Before we go into the review, I just want to take a quick look at the packaging. Now this has travelled a long way to get to me, so please excuse any scuffs or marks on it. The overall design aesthetic is really nice. It's very sleek and very stylish. I really like the way that the figure is displayed in the bubble up there. See it from the front and the back, get a very good view. I'm not so keen on this shaping here. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it seems like the outer box is being overly stretched by the internal cardboard packaging, and it's warped the edge here and made it gape open a little bit. This could just be an isolated case, but I don't like the potential for damage to the box on the shelf in stores. Nothing worse than having something all damaged up. Moving on to the back of the box, I wish there was a little more descriptive text about the set and the figures included. These sets look really cool. They've got a wide appeal, whether you're a Destiny fan or not, and I've already seen several people who have got these, but they've never played the game, so they don't really know what they're getting here. Nowhere on the box does it state that this guy is a Guardian, and although this symbol indicates that he is a hunter, you would only know that if you've got knowledge of the game. It would be nice if it was stated somewhere, as well as the fact that this is a fallen captain. That way, when people discover these sets on the shelves for the first time, rather than having read about them online, they would instantly have a little bit of background story to get them interested. We also have a few nice images of some of the other sets from this wave. One interesting thing to note is that it seems Mega Bloks is basing each set on a specific planet, which will probably play a part in their choice of colour schemes as they go forward. The jump ship has the Traveller depicted, so it's an Earth-based set. The Cabal Interceptor has the Moon depicted, and the Atheon set is based on Venus. This particular set is also Venus-based, as you can see from the image here, and that image does change depending on which set you buy. Okay, enough rambling, time for me to go and get this open, and let's cut to the full set review. Okay, so here's the set out of the box and all put together. The first thing to note is that there are two of these Sparrow sets. This vehicle here is a Sparrow, for anyone who doesn't know. Each of the sets features a different Sparrow and a different selection of figures. Several other reviewers, including Bricks, have already mentioned that Mega Bloks seems to have accidentally mixed up the names of both sets. This set is officially called the Sparrow S-10V, but this Sparrow is actually the S-31V, and the other set is called the Sparrow S-31V, but the Sparrow included in that set is the S-10V. It's no big deal really, just a straight mix-up, but hopefully Mega Bloks can do a running change and correct that at some point. Now to take a look at the Sparrow itself in a little bit more detail. It really is very nice. It's a very simple build, but they've really captured what the Sparrow should be. It's got a few little painted details. The thrusters at the back are just the transparent pieces, and they look very nice. The figure fits on it really well. It's got the two handles. It's also got adjustable foot pedals, so you can get nice poses and different positions on there. And the Sparrow itself comes with the stand and with the terrain piece, and it can tilt on the stand, and if you move the terrain piece about, you can get it to balance, so you can actually set it up in some really nice action poses. And what actually surprised me was how small it was in person. But it's right, and it is proportional to the figures. This is the size it should be compared to them. And I kind of realised that it was just the fact that I'm getting so used to the Lego Star Wars speeder bikes being oversized that when I saw this, it seemed smaller, but it is the right size, and it is very nice. It doesn't really do much, but then it doesn't need to. This really comes across more as a display piece. Next up we have the Shank, and for anybody who doesn't know, these are basically low-level robotic drones that accompany the bad guys, the Fallen, in the game, and so you can often find a whole bunch of these around. So it's nice to have these included in these sets so you can just build them up. It's got a brand new piece here, and it's done very nicely. It really does work. Comes with the stand and the terrain piece. And the blue colour, it's really nice blue. It's got metallic specs in it again, and it colour wise it matches the Elite from the drop pods, the blue Elite. It's the same colour, same metallic as far as I can see as well. Very nicely done, simple but great piece to have. Next up we have the excellent Fallen Captain. The blue colour of this and the Shank indicate that this is from the Fallen House of Wolves, and this is a really nice figure. He's got a cape. This is actually quite hard plastic, it's not soft and flexible, but it's really nice. The whole figure's got really nice sculpting. Comes with 2 shock blades. And this is actually, so it's a normal superposable figure with an extra piece on top to give him the height and the extra pair of hands, and this just attaches to the ball joint neck of the normal figure. It looks like the same blue or similar blue to the Shank, but this one has got a dark wash over it, which gives it a really nice textured look. Really makes the figure look war-torn and dirty, which really does work. I'm really impressed with this one. And finally we have the Guardian of the set, and this is a hunter. Very nice metallic greens on here. He has a cloth cape. This is his ghost, which you get this clear piece to attach it to his back so it looks like he's floating over his shoulder. You can just remove that and take that off. And these are basically AIs that revive you, open doors, do different things in the game. Now, the hunter itself, this piece around the neck, it's the soft rubbery plastic. The problem with this is that when it came in the box, there's a slightly sharper bit on the bottom of the hood, and it had actually cut through this, so this is actually broken, this piece, and that is a shame. You can just remove it and the figure doesn't look too bad without it, but it is a shame that happened. The body that they're using for these Destiny figures are the Call of Duty size bodies, so they've got the longer limbs, slightly more realistic proportions supposedly. So these figures are actually slightly taller than the Halo figures. Most of this figure though is new molds, and it does look very good. The gun that he comes with is an auto rifle. In game, it's known as the Vanquisher 8, and it was a year 1 auto rifle, a very good gun that you could get through the New Monarchy faction, which is why it's red and it's got these symbols on. I can remove that. It is a bit hard to get in and out of his hand because of the attached pieces. but it does look really good. He comes with a brand new sculpted knife, which just attaches to one of the normal Call of Duty leg holster pieces. But that knife is really nice. Nice detail, nice paintwork. The colour scheme of this hunter, in game you can change the colour of your armour, and I believe that this is supposed to be the Polar Oak shader. Some people have said that it's the Midday shader. It might be, it's hard to say what Megabox we're going for, but I kind of think that if it was the Midday there would be some darker green colours, darker metallics anyway. But it does look really nice. It's got a very nice look to it. The armour itself is mostly based on armour from the game, and the helmet piece is either the Bog Wild helmet or the Asprey 1.0. They're basically the same looking helmets, but you can get them from two different vendors in the game. The chest and the arm pieces, I believe, are based on the Dustwalker armour from year 1. You can't actually get that gear anymore, but the gear is still in the game, but now it's sold from the Future War Cult and it's called the Infinite Lines armour. But the Future War Cult are a specific vendor, like the New Monarchy with the gun. So the armour in the game now has Future War Cult symbols and colours all over it. And I believe in game this piece of armour is on the left arm instead of the right. But this is the setup how it came packaged in the box, so I've just left it like that for the time being. The legs seem to be a bit more generic. The top part of the legs are Call of Duty legs, just repainted. I'm not sure with the bottom whether they're fully new mould or not. But it does kind of, it sort of comes across as the Bogwild Asprey type legs as well, so it does work as far as I'm concerned. The cape, I'm not sure, I can't remember. I'm sure that I wore a cape like this at some point in the game, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I know there are the Takonomi Ranger capes. I'm not sure if there's one that colour or not, so don't quote me on that one. It seems to have a new belt piece, and it looks like you could put the knife on the belt. There's room for customization there, definitely. And it's a really nice looking figure. I really do like this. It's just a shame about this lower part of the hood. But I can deal with that. The ghost shell, in the game you can change the colour of the ghost shells. And again, I'm not 100% sure what this is supposed to be in this colour. It looks, colour-wise, it almost matches the iron shell, which you get from the Iron Banner. But that's a slightly different shape ghost shell, so I'm not sure if that's what they were intending. So again, not 100% sure, but it is a nice colour and I do like it. Overall impressions are that I really like this set. The figures are great, the Sparrow is excellent, it's a great display piece. These are great for army building. The downside is the soft rubbery plastic and the way it was packaged, so it actually came broken, which is a shame. But other than that, I'm really impressed with it. I love the detail and I cannot wait to get more Destiny sets. Thank you so much for watching this review. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. There'll be more reviews and more Destiny sets coming very soon.